Hey everyone, I have taken up the 10 Tips in 10 Days challenge on LinkedIn, and I'm going to be focusing on how to attract, retain, and maximize human capital. Now, unless you've had your head stuck in the sand or you live under a rock, you know there is a war for talent on in nearly all major markets globally. Ask anyone who's trying to build a business if recruiting staff and building their team with top quality talent is easy, and they'll be quick to tell you that it's very hard to attract the right quality candidates at the right time, not to mention a multitude of other nightmare stories and experiences they've had. Now, the key problem is that 99% of startups and most corporates do not spend any time upfront defining who their avatar candidate is, nor do they create a lead generation strategy to reach them when they need them. Yes, you heard me right, a lead generation strategy. You should be approaching talent acquisition in exactly the same way that you define your ideal clients, avatars, and capturing leads. Okay? So lead capturing campaigns, the same way as you go after your customers. So what are leads in talent acquisition terms? They are any person who matches your ideal candidate avatar and have shown some interest in you, your business, or your brand. The key is to get them to consider why they would want to work with you and convince them to dip their toes in your talent pool. How the hell do I do that, you say? Well, I've got a couple of tips for you. Firstly, you need to have a visible founder. Think about all of the emerging brands these days and the ones that we think have candidates stumbling over themselves to go work there. The likes of Facebook with Zuckerberg, Virgin with Branson. A few years ago, Apple with Jobs. You need to think about who is your chosen foreperson. Is it you? Is it a co-founder? And how do they fare when they get Googled and social proofed? Anyone that is actually thinking about joining your business is going to social proof you. So you need to make sure that you have LinkedIn profiles and personal profiles up where they can check you out. Not only that though, if you don't have someone visible and out there talking your message, they won't even know about you. So how are they going to come work for you? Then you need to have a strong why. Simon Sinek said it best. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And in my 13 years of headhunting and talent acquisition experience, I can tell you right now, that applies to candidates more than it applies to your customers. They want to know who they're joining and what they do and how you have an impact on the world, especially millennials. If you can get them bought into your why, they will be loyal and they'll work harder for you than any paycheck will ever buy. Then you need to think about the candidates, especially the potential ones, and what's in it for them. You need to know who your customer avatar is so that you can put yourself in their shoes. You can take a step back and go, okay, what are they seeking in an employer, a role, a company? And then you can start communicating that to them. You can design a culture and communicate in a way that they can understand what's in it for them. Then create content that speaks to the aforementioned and place it where they hang out. So are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Are they down at the local footy park playing footy? And you can just put something in front of them to start engaging and get some brand recognition. Lastly, for today's tips anyway, actively start reaching out and engaging with the talent that you might one day want to have or need on your team. And do it now, like right fucking now, because it's never too early to start building your network and engaging with potential candidates. Really, you should have been thinking about that from the day you opened your doors. How do you get in front of them? How do you start building network? How do you have them at your fingertips when you want them? Now, don't forget, you need a way to capture and nurture these leads, just like you do with customers. So when you're small, it could be as easy as a simple spreadsheet. Medium-sized, paid version of LinkedIn with some tagging. And getting bigger, maybe it's a talent management system. But my suggestion, until you're at TMS stage, is just to set up a record type in your CRM system for potential talent. Add all the leads, all of them, whether they be hot, warm, or cold, onto your database and definitely on your social media. So actively reach out to them, connect with them on LinkedIn, follow them on Instagram, whatever you need to do to get them back in contact with you and seeing your daily content, so you're front of mind and you're getting brand recognition. And then start creating content, events, and campaigns to engage with them on at least a monthly basis. It's never, ever too early. You just never know when you're going to need them. Okay? So that's my first tip for the top 10. And I would love to hear if anyone else out there actually has a lead generation strategy for talent acquisition, or if this has given you any ideas. So drop us a comment and let us know.